it's just tough every night, as Coach Fay talked about. You can't really ever show up and say, okay, we got it. You know, we've got to come out focused, and every night has a little different challenge based on personnel. And you just hope that when that time in the postseason, those big time games come around, that you have the matchup that's favorable to you, and then you can make a run.
Fleming, that's her spot.
Brooks rebound. The freshman puts it in the lead. Well, that was quite a. Oh my, we got
triple team going on. Montgomery. Oh, good move.
In a community that's growing at a rate that we are, and we've taken on an additional 70,000 people in the last 10 years, we're trying to fight to maintain some sort of local community character and some economic vitality with those types of businesses in this area.
Currently, such systems are only permitted in the Rural Development 5 zoning district if they are single on-site systems serving non-residential uses, such as churches and schools, or if they are developed in conjunction with a conservation subdivision.
They enjoy working with clinicians. It's also great to sit next to your band director, orchestra, or choir teacher and work side by side with them. And that director taking on that role as a student, learner, and then they also get to empathize with what the students go through.
Y'all been on a heck of a run. You can't win them all.
True.
But I would say for the first time ever, we had a Wilco athlete starting at quarterback in the Music City Bowl, Destin Wade.
And I'm going to tell you, I thought he did a good job.
He did a great job.
First snaps of the season, he goes 18 for 30.
I'm trying to be patient, even though that's hard. As you know, competitor mindset, it's not the best start of the season that we've wanted so far. But just a reminder that this is my first year. I'm really trying to lay the foundation, the building blocks, in something for the future as well.
Skip to Hammond, the freshman. Elliott, the conventional 15-footer.
Yeah.
Put in the books. Everybody, you can sit down now.
They find their guy for three, Malachi Moore.
As Roger said, I've had the privilege of working for 3 mayors, Harrod County executives, all who I consider to be friends and great people to work with. And I really feel honored to have experienced that.
It really gives us a chance to work as a group.
I think it's fun because we don't learn this in everyday life, and I think it's important to know how to cook and prepare a good meal.
I thought it was pretty good. We had 3 final dishes. My favorite was the meatballs.
Are you ready for this announcement? Dr. Kate Donnelly, you are the Williamson County District-wide Principal of the Year. Congratulations. She's pretty wonderful, isn't she?
I think it's unwise for us to continue this discussion with a pending board vote on late start early release while we're going through the strategic planning process. We need, in essence, to make a decision now on late start early release so that one issue is not dominating the discussion at the strategic planning process.
I was thinking about this the other day. Hey, if I'm going to start a team, I'd be okay with this. I can only pick WCS juniors. I get to pick juniors. My opponent gets to pick any other class they want. I'd feel pretty good about my squad.
It's a nice crew. I mean, maybe we should put together a team and go to Europe or something and play, right? That'd be a fun trip.
Listen,
Coach Joyne just can't wait to get back and coach.
And this is where Ali's gonna spin, move, pass again. She's got it. Ooh, almost got away with Lamuno. And a great dish to Kemple from Lamuno.
When you add up statewide all of the projects that need to be done, that are approved to be done, from Memphis to Mountain City, it comes to somewhere in the neighborhood of around $26 billion. You could probably give or take a couple of billion either way.
Once the Confederates were on the other side of the Harpeth River, preparing for the Battle of Franklin, Hood made a big effort to repair the railroad all the way down to Decatur to bring supplies up to help him with Nashville.
Art is great for everyone because it's an outlet that you can use for your creativity to express ideas in all of everything that's happening in the world. So you get to just mush it into something and say, hey, I made this.
Big news this past week, TSSAA has officially adopted and sanctioned lacrosse. It'll start in the 24-25 year. I'm excited about it. Listen, if we have young people who are interested in playing a sport, then I'm for it as the district AD.
Anytime you're dealing with a team concept like this, you got to be able to handle several different personalities, and I don't want to use the word agenda, but when you have individual players and you're trying to blend them in a team sport, I think being able to, being a psychologist or whatever you want to call it, is definitely helping.
1-3-1. It's going to finally get an open look, and that's a 3-ball by Halstead from the hip. And nothing ever easy when you play your rival in Summit. And a nice scoop. And Dominic Reed, and a good job by Titus Tagatului.
Dorothy is a 6-year-old mixed breed dog. She was in another local shelter for over a year, and then she got transferred to us to hopefully get some more eyes on her.
Selection for inclusion in the FHS Hall of Fame is an honor provided to an individual or team who has dedicated both their time and talents to the betterment of the athletic programs at Franklin High School. This evening, we will induct 5 individuals and 3 teams into the Franklin High School Athletics Hall of Fame.
Hey kids, it's the head wrestling coach of the Millington Trojans. I want to apologize to all the Fairview Yellow Jacket faithful out there for missing our match on Saturday. Truth be told, I was given some free gift certificates for Rendezvous Ribs and had to use them by Saturday. And we just decided instead of wasting the gas and renting a bus, we would just forfeit.
The district tournament's got a chance to be one of the best I've ever experienced because there is so much balance, but both leagues, 1 through 5, I think anybody can kind of come in and compete, and if things go your way, you got to be on your toes.
Push it up, head fake, drives up, dishes out to 25, and it is blocked angrily. The shot of Caroline Cole is sent out of bounds by Addison Weeman, who is trying to match blocks with Hunter. 1 for 1 here.
Still got Tanner Lee in the game.
Tanner Lee is not a bench player.
No. Oh, that's a great pass to number 23.
And fresh in the game, sinks his first bucket of the night.
Concept plans, item 16. Concept plan review for West Harpeth Ranch containing 37 lots on 113.36 acres located off West Harpeth Road in the 11th voting district. Staff.
So much about all these people, and it's going to be hard to leave TSMS, honestly.
We have a great community of students here, and every single one of them works together in a brilliant way to make this whole machine go, and it's incredible to see.
A soft, cool wind drifting across high tree arms, cajoling them into gracious dips and waves, leading a country choir in a song to glory.
Hey, one final thing I wanted to mention, because we're talking hoops. WMAA, obviously we're part of TSSAA now.
Yes.
Want to congratulate the Thompson Station girls. They made it to the Final Four in the 2A, Class 2A sectionals. welcome to your first episode of the Coaches Show and your first year at Page. So this is a formal welcome to the district.
I appreciate it, guys. Very privileged to be able to sit here by Coach McCown, who's obviously had a great body of work there at Fairview High School.
She's gonna she's gonna get 6 points in the matter of about 30 seconds.
Points not coming easy. Oh, inbounds dunk for Sawyer. That'll bring it to 3 possessions.
On a field trip to the animal center, and we saw all the animals. We read to the kittens, we saw the dog, we had a tour, and they all really looked really cute. They all really they all really want these donations. Market day.
We all were so excited for market day, we didn't go to sleep. Market day is where people basically have products and they buy them out. I'm very ready to sew. I just decided to wear a tie. I would like to buy one. Pretty nice.
It seems like you're trying to give a presentation. Would you like some help with that? No. Would you like to get help with your presentation or proceed with the presentation without help?
Proceed without help.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat that for me?
The best type of home for her would be actually a variety of homes. She gets along great with other cats. She does very well with kids. If you came into Catio 1, she'll probably be the first to greet you at the door. She loves watching birds and enjoys treats.
We have over 67,000 account holders in ActiveNet that sign up for everything. You've seen our program activity guides, and all the stuff that we do. So when during the course of the year, people will sign up, and we do have a cancellation policy, but for any number of reasons, people do have to back out of the commitments.
And I know, Dr. Qualls, you're looking forward to this segment. That is this week, or it's going to be this week's Joins Gym.
I've been waiting 4 years to do the Joins Gym. My arms are getting heavy. Come on. I'm holding this gym up.
It's the first individual region championship for Page.
Mary Jo Roethlisberger, you are the Williamson County Schools Elementary School Employee of the Year. District-wide, all classified employees, you're number 1.
Yes, he is.
I'm very happy with the history lessons that we get in these processes, and the fact that, as others have pointed out, it's kind of cool that the school that's in the south part of the community will be named North, so that people will be prompted to ask about her.
The most effective way to deliver a government service is to have the individual who's using that service pay for it. And I would tell you, as a staunch fiscal conservative, anytime we can deliver a government service and have the person who's utilizing that service pay for it, that's the way we should do it. And there is no more pure way to do that than by using choice lanes.
And they beat them for the 3rd time this year.
Just what the doctor prescribed. For the doctor's Q's prescription of the week, Trey McCoy needed a...
Wait, is this a new segment?
Yes, this is a new segment, by the way, here.
The prescription of the week.
Just what Trey McCoy needed. Coach McCoy, you know it, I know it.
What a rush a miracle is. Yet when breath rate of exhausted lungs and heart beat rate of bursting heart come back to normal, you might realize that a miracle is something that was not supposed to be, something for which the world may be unprepared.
Daisy is 3 years of age, and she is a wonderful dog. Ideal home for her would be one that doesn't have little kids, because sometimes she can have stranger danger with folks when she first meets them.
International Baccalaureate is the exploration of different ideas and perspectives to make you a more global-minded person.
Where we learn all about knowledge and where it comes from and how it plays a role in our everyday lives.
I enjoyed getting the pictures together, going through family books and history and pulling the information that we found out about some of our family members that I didn't know about, especially on Jim Abb's side and my granddaddy, Marvin P. Hatcher. It was a lot of their parents that I didn't know about, and their parents from Ned, and how they came to be in College Grove.
Now here's something I kind of like, Tate, when you look at this, you're talking about the progression of girls wrestling. 60 schools had wrestlers in AA. 57 schools had wrestlers in A. 71 different schools had girls wrestlers. Now their teams aren't as big, but 71 different schools represented, that's pretty awesome.
Oh, without a doubt.
That's a Title IX trailblazer kind of thing, right?
That is a win.
Those boundaries, those 20-year boundaries, obviously mean that it's the area in which it would take 20 years to grow. So that means that some of those areas might continue to be in the county, even though they're in a growth boundary for 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
And I really feel like, John, your leadership during that time was instrumental in making those things happen. So wanted to say those things. You know, John, we'll miss you. We love you. And thank you so much for the service over your years.
That's called a wrist coach. Okay. He had a wrist coach on a button down, right?
With a tie on.
With a tie on. And I don't know if you remember, he forgot his belt in Brentwood. And let's just say his pants were having a hard time. And so the whole game, like Tommy Boy, he's pulling his pants up, looking at that, coaching his tail off.
Literally.
You remember who hit the three?
Was it Teichman?
Asa Duvall.
Oh, that's right, Asa Duvall, that's right.
God, that was a great game.
This entire week is National FFA Week. Each day has had a different theme, a different activity going on, and today is Tractor Day. So we have 10 tractors here, a ton of kids. We met early this morning, had some Chick-fil-A, and then rode to school.
We've incorporated pre-law 2 as my attorneys, criminal justice 3 as my investigators, biomed as the forensics. We've got a sketch artist from art. We've got all the media from Ms. Thompson. And yeah, so that's what's happening. It's the first time ever. Maybe it'll be something we keep doing. We'll see.
She's here with us. She's friendly, she's loving, she loves to be petted, she loves to play.
She's good with dogs and she likes other cats, so she'd be good in almost any household.
Share one earth. We are all the same. Deep down in the heart, we all seek happiness, but go different routes. We yearn for peace, wish for heavenly bliss, yet we fight each other in endless, pointless battles.
I'm sure you know there's a lot of people who are interested in voting by paper ballot only. Would we be able to do any kind of version of that for the next 2 municipal elections, considering that they're untested, and it would be a good opportunity to try out something new?
How we are able to work together and talk about issues. That doesn't mean we all agree all the time, but that's very positive. There are counties in this state where elected officials don't even talk to each other, and it would just be hard to imagine that. I think probably the common vision that both of us share is continuing to make our county and our cities the place where people do want to live, work, and raise their family.
Dooley's on the mountain, we lie there all alone. They put a jug beside him and a barrel for a stone. Dooley slipping up a holler, Dooley trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swallow and I'll pay you back someday. I'll pay you back someday.
I'm Elizabeth Pereira. I'm the math coach at Oakview Elementary, and we're really excited to have our STREAM night this evening at Oakview. We have lots of activities that are going to incorporate science, technology, reading, engineering, art, and math. The children can go around and go to different stations where they can build things, do math activities.
What will I get when I get old? I wish I knew what the future withholds. It does not really matter when you get to be old. It is a state of mind, I am told. Seat by a window and dream of days no more here. For life is a short road with a stop sign, always near.
This face right here is lovable. He's been here for a while now, so I really think he needs a forever home.
Yeah.
Someone who really will love him and take him on walks, take him on hikes.
I think we all know this as coaches, and you talk to coaches all the time. You always want one more unless you win it. If you don't make it, you're like, I just want to make it once. And then you get beat, well, I want to win one once. Right. Get beat in the semis, if we could just make the final. It's not like they felt like they blew it or, Overton was really good, but when you make it there, you always want a little bit more. And I know Coach Wilkins and that team, they're feeling it, but they're going to be hungry coming in next year. It is going to be a fantastic league next year.
Oh, without a doubt.
Most of the stuff that we do is so very structured. Whether it's in the classroom, whether it's in extracurriculars, and today's the day, while there's structure, there's also a little bit more freedom, and to see the kids getting to have fun doing the things that they enjoy.
Also, as part of their voice and their impact on the world is they get to realize that they have so much power within themselves to help other people, and that internally makes them feel good about who they are.
He can be a real cuddle bug. He loves to play hard. Obviously loves churro. Could use a companion at home to get some of that play out of him. He does play bite, but never too hard. He's got the most gorgeous blue eyes, and of course a beautiful white coat.
In the book, The Servant as Leader, Robert Greenleaf introduced the concept of servant leadership, which is the act of serving the people one leads, rather than assuming authority in a top-down hierarchy. In other words, great leaders are servants who lead, rather than leaders who serve.
All of our 18 stakeholder meetings, school safety was mentioned either as a strength of the county, but also as an aspiration to make it even better and defining safety in a variety of ways.
We are driving on a 1968 interstate system with a 2023 population. And I think I mentioned it before, and the oldest interchange in Tennessee is at exit 1 on I-65 going into Alabama at Ardmore. It was built in 1958, and it has not changed since then. Think about that. What has changed in Tennessee, the truck traffic, the population.
Special and rewarding to be able to present a day like this to them where they don't have to have any stress. There's no doctor's appointments. There is just fun.
intricate design process of building a house and learning lots about what it takes to be an architect.
So right now I'm working on the rafters and joists to make the trusses that go on the roof. The trusses are the things that go like that.
Lastly, I would like to thank all of the cadets for allowing me to work with and lead them. I believe the camaraderie of JROTC is unrivaled, and it's all owed to these cadets.
I absolutely respect her. I have respected her forever. I love her family. Kathy's one of my favorite as well. So with that said, I know all of us are happy to be here, and I appreciate this room full of folks being here to honor Connie Clark. Thank you.
Page turners visit kindergarten through 3rd grade, and they pull out students who aren't in an intervention group, so they're kind of working independently in the classroom, and it just gives them a chance to work with another adult.
We've got 9 high schools competing here tonight, 50 Smash Brother players, and 5 Rocket League teams. We just finished watching the Rocket League championship between Summit and Ravenwood.
I want to thank everybody for their well wishes, and I especially want to thank Scott, Katrina, Sherry, and Hannah for filling in for me in my absence. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Miss Nova here. Nova is about 4 years of age, and she would prefer a home without any other dogs.
The project was first approved in 1972 under the county's open space residential development standards. Subsequently, this project had a number of starts and stops, resulting in litigation in the early 1980s. In 1983, an agreement was reached by Williamson County and the then developer that established how future sections of Temple Hills would be reviewed.
You're going to see some Power 5 schools at this particular event, so I am more than pumped up about it. And it's the workout, because trust me, it's the only one where this is happening in Tennessee.
It's the only one that's happening in Tennessee. And you're right. It's there's going to be Power 5. We're talking. Not Group of 5. We're talking Power 5 schools there. That is a huge, huge win for the district, for these young men. It's very cool.
Playing with your peers, you want to succeed and you want to do your best because everybody likes to win, right? So once they're on that team, they feel a part of it, and then they start playing off of each other's strengths and who's playing when and what they're good at, and that way everyone is motivated the whole time.
Whether you're looking for an older dog, younger dog, we do have puppies right now, by the way. You're looking for a black dog, white dogs, whether you're looking for active dogs, couch potatoes, we've got a little bit of something for everybody.
What my favorite athlete of all time is who? Who's my
Magic Johnson?
Magic Johnson. So at an early age, Dougie Fresh out in the, he made me learn the baby skyhook. Let me tell you something, bud. It's hard to stop. I don't know why nobody uses it.
Okay, I feel like I wouldn't let a guy that I didn't let shoot a skyhook.
In a game? No. But one-on-one, can't stop it. I was the king of one-on-one. You couldn't stop the baby skyhook.
I continue to be amazed and impressed with our students. Every time I hear them speak, it reminds me of the quality of parents, the quality of the teachers, and especially the quality of our young people who are here in Williamson County. And we always want to do right by them and make it a point to open doors for them.
I, Ken Moore, as mayor of the city of Franklin, and Rogers Anderson, as the mayor of Williamson County, do hereby proclaim March 29th, 2023 as Vietnam War Veterans Day throughout Williamson County, and offer our enduring gratitude to our Vietnam veterans.
The idea of having
taking the Senior Fest, this is the first ever year that we've done it, turn it into this huge event where there's just tons of activities for everybody.
I've had a lot of fun this year, but it went by really fast. It's been really fun, but I'm definitely ready to graduate. Definitely bittersweet, and it's kind of sad to see everyone and like know who's leaving and who I'll probably like never see again.
We've been learning about pendulums and how different weights on the bobs affects them and how high and low it affects the swings.
The most interesting thing is that at certain angles that you put the pendulum, it has a different number of like swings.
When we started this process, this advisory group was set up with the idea that at the appropriate time, it could transition into the coordinating committee. So all of the agencies that are required to be represented and all the designees of that coordinating committee are essentially here.
This week's gym is one you'll like. So Brentwood's now 15-0. They were 13-0 after that win over Franklin. Since then, they beat Father Ryan and Rossview. This season, they have defeated 4 defending state champions, one of which was Page earlier. So that's pretty strong.
That's very strong.
The time that you all give, those extras that you all give, we don't track that, but it is so much more valuable than those dollars. It is so much more valuable than those dollars.
Education's important, so and the state's doing all we can to try to improve that. And I think that was one of the big things that we did this year. And this governor and Governor Haslam, before Governor Lee, have been focused on education, and we're trying to improve our education in Tennessee.
But my goal is for you to come out of here understanding that there are more than just one type of dementia. There are many, many different forms. And this disease does not only impact just a person's memory, it impacts everything.
The Wilco workout, which we talked about last week, sort of an opportunity for our tackle football players to showcase their talents in front of some college coaches, including FBS level. And it was a great event.
Let's get it back to Mom.
So do you find a lot of your calls coming in from cities or populated areas, or more like out in the country?
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's
okay.
Really everywhere. But the types of calls you get vary. In the cities, we get a lot of window strikes where the birds have hit the windows of the building.
What is white, furry, and shaped like a tooth?
A molar bear.
Something really special about this lip dub is we have gotten like 4 or 5 alumni from the 2013 class that worked on the lip dub that year to come be in it this year. So they're in the beginning and in the elevator. So make sure to look out for them. They're awesome.
Hey!
9 months, 10 months ago, we started a journey with all of our cities and counties coming together with their city mayors, their city managers, their legal staff, their planning staff, to begin an advisory committee and looking at how we're going to grow in Williamson County in the next 5 to 10 years.
About a week ago, I met a student. We had a conversation. He was wanting to ask when I graduated from Franklin.
So when I told him, I said, well, that's around 1990. So, yeah, he looked at me and he said, well, I didn't realize you graduated in the late 1900s. So, you know, I didn't think it was that funny at the time.
You can't use ice to make bacon, but you can use water to make bacon. As far-fetched as this may sound, what I'm trying to tell you is, pigs and frozen water don't mix. You must have clean, flowing water for your pigs to survive.
What's your favorite thing about making art?
I like that you can draw whatever you want and you can express your feelings through it. It helps me calm down.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Alice. That's a beautiful picture.
नमस्ते भारत में आपका स्वागत है Welcome to India.
India. I mean, it's a really cool country. And there's a lot of cool stuff around. You get to learn about their culture.
A Turtle Shell, written by Lydia Alve, age 7. A turtle shell, a cozy place, a warm place, a safe place.
If you look at education as a work week, our students work anywhere from, if you had hour for hour in class, homework, clubs, it's averages about 60 hours a week. If you're in band, it's like 160.
It's pretty easy for us because our land use policies are new, and so that drives what we're proposing from the county standpoint. Our public hearings are going to be focused primarily on what the county is proposing, and then each of those jurisdictions will hold their own public hearings on what they're proposing, and so hopefully they'll do a good job too of getting the word out.
Class did not get their 5th grade celebration because of COVID, so we're trying to give them kind of their 5th grade, 8th grade celebration all combined into one. It's basically like a fun day for them just to kind of enjoy each other and get ready to go off to high school next year.
Hey kids, it's Coach Sark, the president of the Coaches Abusing Sideline Reporters and Students on the Sideline, because my identity is wrapped up in how bad we're getting played and beat in the first half. So let's just go out and abuse a young teenager because I'm not doing a very good job and then refuse to apologize because it made me feel better.
Have we ever done a survey of our parents to understand what their needs are relative to SAC? And for instance, I guess on Thursday I was talking about coming out of COVID, an awful lot of organizations have changed their workplace rules from 5 days a week to somewhat of a hybrid work from home, work in the office.
Lisa Moody let me just really step up and take the reins my freshman year, and that was awesome. So I brought in my own equipment and had the school purchase some new equipment, and we went from 2 moving headlights to 12 for Cinderella. So that's what all those pictures at the bottom are, is after I finally got everything rigged up, I was able to show it off to myself and just really enjoy that moment. I've got some selfies of me standing in the light like I've won something, because it was so fun. It was the first time that I was able to actually experience what I want to do in real life.
There's something about the military that raises leaders. And isn't it ironic that you learn to lead having to take orders? Think about that. Isn't that odd? A lot of your commitment is taking orders from those who rank above you. And in that process, you learn to lead.
50 books, and I got this trophy for reading those books. And at the party, we would do a book bingo. And if you got a bingo, you would get a prize.
I'm at the EIC for the Final 7 pitch day, and I just tied for 3rd place and won $1,000.
We competed against 6 other teams for money, and we were very fortunate that we got $2,000 from the Sharks today.
This is just for you all seniors that signing this letter of intent or making this choice in no way guarantees you anything. If you think you've worked hard up to this point, you have no idea what's coming.
This is why I stand here 35 years later, longing for your fingers to caress my lips, to silence my mind of worrisome thoughts, fighting alone to hold on each day to life. So I am still searching for you, my love.
Independence has been up and down. The bats are for Independence right now are pretty hot. And that brings us, my friend, to the prescription of the week is to keep the bats hot and get everybody else healthy. That is the prescription, my friend, of getting there.
wanna see sky that's never blue and grass that's never green. You know it wouldn't be the same. Oh, it's simple, but it's true. I'm just not me without you.
I like just walking through the halls and brought up old memories, saw some old teachers.
I saw many, many hugs today that were shared between the classroom teachers or the support staff.
They all played such a really big role in our lives, and we would not be the same seniors without them today, so it was really, really nice.
Yeah, how's it going?
Occasionally, we have someone in our community that needs to be recognized, and that's what I'd like to do today. He's a 102-year-old World War II veteran. His name is Jay Opie.
When I tell my story, and I think with some justification, people can call me tough, and I was tough. But the dividing line between tough and callous is not a bright line.
Everything would change with the creation of the Nashville and Chattanooga Railway. By the way, there were weekend getaways, but they were to like the Mineral Resort Hotel on the other side of the county. And I may do another book on those, but there were 3 or 4 in Williamson County alone that you would go to and just drink the mineral water. And that was Bonaqua Springs or, Kingston Springs.
Williamson County government owns and operates its own landfill, and that landfill still has many years of capacity. Lately, however, neighboring counties in Middle Tennessee have experienced issues with landfill capacity and have seen applications to open new private landfills or expand existing private landfills.
I just did a event because I have the television show, then I have a nonprofit, both by with a similar name. This is Non-Typical Outdoorsman TV. My nonprofit is Non-Typical Outdoorsman Incorporated. Okay. And the Non-Typical Outdoorsman Incorporated, where we spend more time in the community's grassroots efforts, introducing people to hunting, shooting, the outdoors, and so forth.
Here's the one that might throw people off. In the last 2 years in Williamson County, we have won 13 team state titles. Brentwood's won 8, which is... It's outrageous, honestly. There are schools that have been around for 70 years and have like 2 or
none.
1 or none. Yes, they've got 8 in 2 years.
This is my first time doing a drone.
I liked the drones a lot.
You connected it to your phone. And it's really good for telling weather and getting really nice shots, and you can even sell pictures for money. I think it's really fun. It's really fun because there's just so much opportunity and there's just so much to do in life.
Just like you, your words, our time now belongs to the universe. As an occasional comet trail across the silent sky, amidst the winking calls of the stars.
One of my favorite things about Snapchat, you'll know if you have it, is the memories. Just like Facebook, parents, memories will pop up from 1 year ago today, 2 years ago today, things like that. I get to see what past Addie Grace was up to. And I'll be honest, I don't always like waking up and seeing 7th grade Addie Grace taking a selfie, but it does put things into perspective for me. Time flies by.
How many times have we seen a Heisman Trophy winner go lay just an egg in the bowl game or now the playoffs, and everybody's like, playoffs? But anyway,
For some reason, I'm thinking Gino Torretta.
Gino Torretta.
Was that the one that Alabama just totally dominated them with Stallings?
Yes. Excellent question about jobs and how all that works out. It's work because people are wanting to come here. It's work because we have great schools. It's work because you name them of the decisions made by you and by other people.
We had her in our offices last week, and she was fantastic. She did not get into the trash. She wasn't jumpy. She wasn't whiny. She was actually perfect. We hardly knew she was there except for one thing, the hair. This gal is very hairy, and she would require regular grooming and brushing.
That's one of the things that we learned in the Beaufort County, South Carolina example when we did the symposium, is they went through a similar process. That group kind of transitioned into an implementation oversight committee, and that group has been meeting at least every quarter for now 10 plus years and has become kind of the regional go-to forum for discussion of these ideas.
Here in Middle Tennessee, I-40 from the Silliman's Evans Bridge going out toward the airport, that narrow section, it's 4 lanes in each direction. It is a tough location. We all know it. You can't build half of that or a third of that at a time. It's going to have to be a single contract.
So here's my encouragement to you. Don't ever stop. Don't ever feel the need to conform to someone else's definition of success, someone else's definition of what it means to be a productive member of society. You have always forged your own path. Keep doing it.
We need to shout the strategic plan from the mountaintops. And I think, as we've discussed in the work session, it's not enough just to print a brochure. We've got to be more proactive, because this is our guiding star, our North Star, as it says in there quite specifically, for the next few years. So I would ask for a commitment that we do that.
Thank you. You have it.
You're the reason that I'm still trying. You're the reason that I'm still fighting to keep my head above the clouds and fly. You're the reason.
When it comes to children, she is pretty good, but I would recommend older kids just because she might knock over a toddler due to her nature. Sometimes she can be a bit jumpy and she does pull a little bit. Now, that being said, she loves tennis balls. She'll play fetch with you all day long. So if you're interested in a great dog, come on down to Williamson County Animal Center.
The expenditures are allocated based on actual cost. So those are the principal and interest debt payments that we will actually be making this year. Because of the allocation of the property tax, we do offset a small amount. So we do gain a little bit.
Grant Clark, Page, and you guys are competitors now.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Hey, please refer to him as Mr. School Record Grant Clark, if you don't mind. You know, I like nicknames, but you don't have to call me that. You can just call me Mr. Clark.
I looked this up the other day. I think people would be surprised at this, but don't be surprised. In the last 2 years, if you're talking about team state titles in WCS, Brentwood High has 8 team state titles. Nolensville High has 1, but Page High School has 4 in 2 years. Hey, Tate, Page is coming.
Page is here.
Oh, they're here. Excuse me. They're here.
Go to the Memphis Zoo or the Nashville Zoo and you might see animals from, Africa, which are definitely cool and worth seeing. But here, everything that you see is something that you could potentially go outside and see. And that's sort of part of the vision, of the idea of educating people about what is around them, immediately around them.
He loves exploring all the shelves and bridges and the drums even. He is the perfect cat. He's very, very playful with toys and is super social.
Destin Wade, look at that Peyton Manning footwork right there. Plenty of time. Let's give a shout out for the Summit Spartans O-line, giving him time. King just makes a jump, reels it down, and then it's wheeling his way for the next 10 yards of the score. Brandon King.
Soothing sounds of falling waters, calming sounds to call in prayers, scenic beauty of rolling hills, stretch for miles and miles as I thank God for the sprawling nature.
I had a young lady join our group last week, and she just sat there until the end, then she spoke up. And she said, I don't know if I should be here because my mom's really the caregiver. I think I'm a fraud. And I said, you're not a fraud, you're the daughter. Oh my Lord. Everyone is a caregiver if you're involved in the circle of care.
When we finished out this past year's budget, just pickleball reservations on the few limited courts that we operate right now generated almost $150,000 in revenue. And those are just reserved through our accounts, through the ActiveNet system. So right now what we're going to do is we're not really going to charge a annual fee.
Going to be a 46. It is a key kick-out block right there. Fullback fills right there, gets the edge block, and then it's all Destin Wade, Michael Williams. I mean, here Taylor Spirito right here. Going to give it a shot. Well, zoop. And one more DJ Durham. No thanks. And here comes one last try. Gacka. And Gacka does the right thing, but he just ran out of real estate. He'd already scored.
This is the second year that we've done show choir camp in Williamson County. Last year we had 67 kids, and this year we have 84. So it's been fun to see the growth and see how the kids respond to it.
This is the second time I've done it, and it's been so much fun just getting to learn the dances and meet a lot of the new kids who are going to be coming into theater.
Since non-contiguous annexation law was allowed, it requires that the county has to participate in the discussions and actually have an agreement with the cities on how those interim roads are handled in law enforcement. And I'm not aware that we've done any of those since that's been part of the law.
The days stumble over each other now, pile up at my feet. Good days on bad days on nothing days. Parts of them sticking out every which way. They have no sense of direction. It's getting to be a real mess.
She is the biggest example of don't judge a book by its cover. At first impression, for folks in the dog adoption area, she sounds downright nasty. She'll bark at you. She knows me, but she acts like she wants to take my head off. Outside of the kennel, friendliest dog in the world. She loves people. She loves children.
It's a third down Centennial. Fake to the left, back to the right is Bates. He'll cut it back up. He's got some room.
Oh boy!
Bates is going to
and he's got the wheels a rocking, baby.
And you know, Philip Bates.
He sidestepped him a couple of blocks, got back to that left side, had one blocker in front of him, hit clear real estate, and a big touchdown by the Centennial Cougars.
I've really enjoyed it, man. The last few years coaching girls has been awesome, and this summer was so much fun. I really had a good time.
No, wait, Coach. So you're telling me that the new and improved Coach Merle has softened a little bit.
There is no question. You would not believe the times that I've coached here the last few years, and some of my former players have been there and are like, you sure have calmed down a lot from the way you used to be. And I still get fiery and intense, but yeah, it's a different version.
I understand.
Never forget the day when I was at home looking at my phone, and I don't know if it was the mayor or somebody sent a complaint over to our traffic operations center. It's a weekend, and I see emails going back and forth saying, well, we just tweaked the timing here because of that special event, doing it all off their phone at home on a weekend. And I was like, we can do this? I didn't know we could do this. This is amazing. So technology is a huge part in facilitating traffic operations.
I wouldn't be surprised to see some play action right here.
I-form formation, and there you said it. And to backside to Black, that's a good way to get him involved in it. Does a great job of making a couple of guys miss, picks up a big block downfield. He's off to the races. I don't think 45 is going to catch him. And he walks into the end zone. Great job by Critchlow. You called it play action, hit him on the backside. He takes it all the way down to the sideline, cuts it backfield with a nice blocking touchdown.
Several years we realized that some of the best professional development comes from the teacher down the hall. So this is our first attempt as a district to build a platform for our teacher to share their best practices with each other on the PLC continuum.
This is not a dumb person's disease. This is not an intellectual's disease. This is a human disease. And it is so important to recognize that you're not alone and you're not isolated.
There is hope out there. We all go through difficult times. We all have our ups and downs. That's life.
As a parent with a child that may be struggling with addiction, I just want you to know that you're absolutely not alone.
The person next to you is struggling with something too. And to know that you're truly not alone.
Anybody that's suffering with mental health, addiction, you are not alone.
It's time to have the talk. It's time to have the talk about student safety. We have a school resource officer, otherwise known as an SRO, in every school building, and larger schools have an additional SRO. It's important for you and your child to know your SRO's name and that they are a resource.
You keep me guessing all the time. If I hold my breath, then I might die.
Thanks to everybody. I appreciate this. I've appreciated working with everybody that's in this room.
We might not cross paths every day, but over the course of a few days, weeks, months, whatever, we're going to cross paths eventually, and just means a lot. The last 20 years.
You've got to spread the care around. You've got to build your team, and you'll hear me say that a lot. It's a team approach. You have to have that because nobody else will know how to take care of Dad.
I heard a great quote this offseason that said, rosters change, expectations don't. And so our expectations don't change even though we lost 25 great seniors. And our schedule's tough. We've got a tough non-region schedule, but we're excited about it.
Our current population in Williamson County is about 257,000 people. We're estimating our growth to the year 2045 at nearly 500,000. So in the next 20 years, we're going to grow. We're going to double our population.
We're so excited to have that. It goes kind of hand in hand with the Find Hope Franklin initiative and with the Find Hope Franklin website, findhopefranklin.com. You can go there for resources, but this will give you information from people who've lived it or who work on this topic and live it every day. And that's what's great about it. And so what's the website?
So it is youarenotalonetn.com.
I'm Dr. Heyman, the principal here at Sunset Middle School. We're so excited for our 23-24 school year. We enjoy seeing all of our students as they arrive back to campus. The campus is not the same when they're not here. We look forward to that little nervous energy as they meet new friends, explore different hallways, and participate in new clubs and sports.
They came in with this one for one final plat approval for the remainder of the development.
63 lots will be for one will have 63 lots, two will have 63 lots, and this and four will have 63 lots in total.
So this one here has a total of 134 lots, so it'll be broken up into two, and each one will have 63, yes.
What has already happened is rock piles and what they call a fish Tennessee tower. So it's these tall structures, and I'm gonna
fish attractors.
Get taught a video to put on the screen now, and but anyway, so these big towers that go deep into the water, 20 feet or so down, and it's great for fishing. I mean, the fish love it. So there's a lot of good work going on in addition to what Bill Dant's signature series is going to bring. And
we're honored to be a part of that. And let me officially invite Mr. Dance to our tournament.
Hi, I'm Lachlan Reed. I go to Page High School, and I do digital art, and I do that as a hobby.
When the school board decided last spring to finalize changes to our school dress code, we knew that with some pretty major shifts, we were going to need some visual graphics to really demonstrate what students should wear and what should avoid wearing to school.
Fade pattern in the corner. Do you take a chance? No, probably not. Frohawk left. Murray now goes in motion. Here's Frohawk off to the left, and there's the touchdown. You were close. Well, I was trying not to second guess myself. Stick with what I thought.
I am so excited. This has been a crazy journey, and I'm so proud of our staff and our community and our PTO. Everyone has showed up big to get our school ready and to make it look amazing. And we're finally here. Welcome home, Huskies. Hey, fourth grade.
She is 21 months old. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. Her favorite toy is her high heels. And her favorite person or persons are her twin baby sisters.
I'm going to start us off with the Joins Gym.
Joins Gym right off the bat.
Since June 17th of 2008, Sports Connection has been a reality. We are starting year 16, and the very first Sports Connection, it was a solo effort. Ralph Ringstaff opened us up June 17th, 2008. We are the longest running show on WCTV. And Tate Matthews, you are the most hosted host.
I've seen 2 tenders.
You're the hostess with the mostest.
This day and age, some kids think special teams is not important. And they can win, lose, or get you back in the game, every game. And, coming to Williamson County, I'm very excited because now I got a kicker. I've never had a kicker before. So,
we definitely have kickers.
I have 3. So
put an end zone every time.
Yeah, so I have 3, and it's exciting to have someone like that. And he takes pride in it.
4:05 in left in the fourth quarter. Centennial Cougars 34, the Admirals 14 is Dominic Reed. I believe that's touchdown number 3.
Haven't these young ladies done an incredible job?
As your Miss Williamson County Fairest at the Fair, I'd be able to advocate for my platform, which is agriculture awareness and education. And I'd go to not only my community, but other communities and teach them the importance of agriculture, like teaching them how to plant a tomato or teaching them that ag is everywhere around us.
A lot of good is happening on our campuses. The sports season is before us. We had a number of high school football games, girls soccer, middle school tennis is occurring right now, and many other sports. We're excited about that.
I appreciate all the comments. You obviously have a lot of passion for your communities, as you should. We live in a fantastic area. I heard a lot of talk about growth and ramifications of growth and infrastructure.
Every city had a representative on this coordinating committee. Is that still correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
And it was a real tug of war, negotiations until everybody kind of got happy.
Some things never change, Dave.
Coach Coleman not happy about 7-0 at halftime.
You think he was calm?
No. Okay. I do not. But then I think we got the 40-foot Donzie warmed up, took care of business in the second half. He was headed down the Duck River.
Listen, when you open your career at Centennial with not only a win, but a county win and one over Franklin, that's a pretty good way to start, Coach.
No, it was. It meant a lot in the community. I really didn't realize how much it meant until after the game, because there were fans that were crying.
Fakes the same play, hits a receiver underneath. That's going to be number 3, turning the Jets on. Missed tackle downfield. One man to beat, and he's going to be in the end zone.
And that's really what's happening with the brain who has Alzheimer's or dementia. The brain lobes are really tight, and then as the disease takes hold, the brain starts shrinking and all the lobes start having gaps, so it's harder for everything to connect.
Let's give a big round of applause for all these contestants. Don't they look beautiful?
That goes back to that work you put in at home, so congratulations to the young lady. She's very smooth in the way she moves around as she transitions around the go, so congratulations to her.
You said the grass was greener on the other side, but from where I stand, I can't see grass at all.
Just hold me tight when you love me tonight. Don't close your eyes.
Go back and watch it. Watch those 2 guards pull. Both the guards pull, and it sucked both those linebackers up because they thought it was the R in the RPO, right? And that's right where if those linebackers had have dropped, that's right where Kanai's route was going.
We're representing our school. And we need to put a great product out there. We have a great product. We don't have to do anything, Matt. We're not lying. We're just saying what we actually have and the kind of school we have, and the coaches and faculty. So anytime we can let people know about Indy Nation, we're going to.
Number 3, Kanai Big Time Johnson on the touchdown there. Nieves, beautiful pass right down the middle. And Coach, we're 2 points away from a tie ball game.
right here, we have our 20-year-old South American sea lion, Kitty. You having a good night, Kitty? You are. Can you smile pretty for everybody? That is a beautiful smile. Thank you, Kitty.
Oh, he's gone country. Yeah, look at them boots. He's gone country. Back to his roots. He's gone country.
I'm thinking that probably there's consensus on 99% of the territory that we're talking about that we've been working on. And when you consider that 7 jurisdictions have been working on that, that's pretty good accomplishment.
Hello, Franklin High School Marching Band. It's me, Dolly Parton. Congratulations on your big show this year, Rags to Rhinestones. And I'm so proud and honored that you're going to be playing my songs. And I hope you have as much fun playing them as I had writing them.
3-0, Centennial, first time since 2014. And I wanted to add a little more to this. Snaps a 4-game winning streak for Indy. They'd won 8 out of 9 in this matchup. It's the first win at Independence since 2010.
You know, it's an in-county region game. It's, you know, their student section always shows up. They're always there and loud, and band same way. So I think you got both sides, and I think it's great for the kids and the atmosphere and the environment. Just makes for a tough week every week.
Going to be picked up clean. Calvin Wall with the return here. Finds a slot.
Can Wells lock him down? He's not going to be able to catch him.
And he's able to bring it back to the house. So Calvin Wall.
What we're about to do is to honor the first responders that didn't run out of the building but ran into it. And as athletes, you train all year for your game or your match.
There's a star that waiting in the sky. He told us not to blow it, cause he knows it's all with what he told me. Let the children use it, let the children use it, and all the children prove it.
We had several cases this last year where county commissioners had wanted to convene meetings outside of just the normal sessions.
They could not repeat this scenario on other properties. They don't have enough open space left over for another development to lose property to another development like is taking place here. That is not a possibility.
So you've got 23 wins. The fans have 24 wins. Qual's 26 wins, and I have 27 wins.
That's strong, man.
It's not bad.
27-3, that's good.
Fans keep voting on X. WCSC.
You're coming around on X.
I kind of like it. When we did the workout back in the spring, it was so neat to see you guys go, I'll have my assistant, he'll help do this, and we'll help do that. I want to let you know, and if you don't realize it, it's not typical. It's pretty special, really. Right. It is. So I know I appreciate that, and I think your team's benefited from it.
On the pass from Collins, breaks a tackle and scores a touchdown.
Yeah. Collins, as you said, Doug, great arm there, powers it through. Gaka tries jumping the route for the pick.
So big target for Collins.
That's a name we'll probably be calling on WCTV for a couple more years.
Say.
Tonight, kids from Brentwood Middle School are coming to sort of shadow us so we can teach them how to do a film shoot. So to kind of get them interested in continuing film in high school.
Everybody wants to be mayor if they're running. And when I saw that I won the first round, I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it because I was running for mayor just for fun and I really did not think I was gonna win.
Winner is Arabella.
I have run for office. I know what it's like to put your last name on a yard sign and see that name pop up in all of the yards of your friends and neighbors, and then to see the names of your opponents pop up in all the yards of your friends and neighbors.
It's interesting to me that the state law actually was passed just this past year requiring public comment at voting meetings, and our board has been doing it for years. So we do continue to encourage you all to share.
Hey, here's a gem for you. You're going to like this week's gem, especially because you're on the Brentwood.
I like all the gems.
5-0, the Bruins are. for the first time since 2012. And that year, Tate, they go 8-0 to start the season.
Look at these guys. They're flying around. They're having a great time. They're playing with energy. They're playing with intensity. You know, that's the scariest part of that defense because they believe in whatever's going on, whatever Coach Burks has going on. They believe in that. And, you know, that's what we got to try to win against tonight.
Coach Hester sounds like he's part of the independent staff right now.
Ravenwood lines up for a 21-yard try from the 10-yard line. Straight up and down middle here. The full block will be on for these Eagles. Snap is back, kick is up, and that's dead right in the middle. Kick is up and good. 3.8 left. That's going to be 16-14.
Williamson County Schools and SOAR has joined together in a partnership to promote just active living.
Implementation strategies, the idea of revisiting this in 5 years, of agreeing to no annexation outside the growth areas, and of a continuing advisory group.
Starting our school year in such an unconventional way. Everyone came together and made it work. And now that we are in our building, we are refocused on giving that extra degree in everything we do.
We are building a facility on Franklin High School's campus, and it will be a hub for innovative college and career technical education programs. And one thing that I think is neat, aviation is one of them.
Building a strong foundation for everything that we would strive to be and what we would focus on, which is student learning and doing what's best for students. This is something that I hope that Amanda North herself would be incredibly proud of.
Don't you feel like, I don't know what you've said before, but I feel like after watching him a few times, Coach Stewart would be like a kind of a speedboat kind of guy.
Big time speedboat.
That's, you know.
Oh, yeah.
What do they call those?
He's on the 40-foot Donzi, man.
Okay. But I was thinking the really...
Another one.
I think my first experience was in 2006 playing at Franklin. And I'd been coaching two-way ball out in Cheatham County, and that kind of got me hooked on 6A Williamson County football. It was one of the coolest atmospheres ever. I just remember standing on the sideline charting plays for Coach Crawford and thinking, this is really cool. So it was just an awesome environment.
Well, we'll see right here, you talked about they were trying to slip out
Franklin 3.
Merrill out of the backfield wide open. You're going to see
it looked like
Gowry's right there up top, and
Hayes gives him an outlet. Off balance, completion.
All you need to do is catch it, and he did.
Our specials team planned a party to celebrate Ollie, our mascot, turning 30, and we did all of the fun things. We had a dance party, we have cupcakes, we sang our favorite Oakview song.
Took right turns that went wrong, but you with me all along. Even when I lost my way, I knew I'd be okay.
Here we go, keep it going. Oh, there's a good toss. Fair record is 22. 22's our fair record. Oh, that was a good catch. That was a hard throw.
I'm going back to old Kentucky. Back to see my Linda. I'm going back to old Kentucky. Where the skies are always blue.
We need this whole community to work together. Our hope is that through this thoughtful process with our strategic plan to address these specific objectives, we're going to increase community involvement in a way we never have before.
The real boat race, Mallory Lane Mall, he put his boat captain on, and he was cool like Fonzie rolling down the river in his 40-foot Donzi.
And by the way, what is that when people hold up something? It's got like Justin Timberlake's picture. What's
it
that
all
mean?
means something. A different square means something. It might go off the first left square, might be first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. It's all related to the play call.
We did it at Ravenwood. We held them up every down, and it never meant anything. It never meant anything.
Hey, that's great. That is great.
Nieves looking deep down the middle once again, and that's going to be intercepted. That's number 27, Silverstreet. That's his third interception of the night.
What we're doing here tonight is an extraction, how we get the honey out of the hive in the modern day, I guess you'd say. And what we'll do is continue the ancient tradition of robbing the bees.
The last lamb of the night, Miss Shelby Timms, 141-pound lamb.
All right, 6, 7.
Restless hearts sleep alone tonight, sending all my love along the wire.
So we're very excited to have the Homecoming Rocks back at Brentwood High School this year. They make for a great competition as each grade level is able to decorate and paint their rock and put it up for competition against the other classes.
We'll be starting the Arrington Special Area Plan in the near future. We're in the process of finalizing, assembling an advisory committee for that, and we'll be asking you to confirm the makeup of that committee at your November meeting.
I'm very pleased to be here tonight to present to him a Senate proclamation honoring his service to Williamson County and the state of Tennessee. So Jeff, thank you for your service, and we wish you the best of luck in your retirement.
It's like a baby little coffee cake. I like the crunch of the brown sugar and the sugar on the outside. It's very, very tasty.
A cute little coffee cake, yeah.
I loved the presentation in the cast iron skillet, and you could definitely taste the smokiness in the peaches and the jalapeno, and it just all went together very well.
Let's give her a fabulous round of applause. This is awesome. This is what we're talking about, people. Favorite farmer right here.
Student members of our junior and reserve junior champions in the Jersey Show today. Tremendous group of Packers all the way from one end to the other. Congratulating these teams in their lane. Let's all out.
Here at Creekside, we have a storm water detention basin that you see right here. And as you can see, it's got a lot of vegetation that's grown up. We can't get equipment down into this area. And so we thought with the steep inclines and the vegetation that the goat would be a natural thing to try.
Like I never know. Missing him was dark gray all alone. Forgetting him was like trying to know somebody you never met.
All of shotguns and Marty Brown hat. That's where I'm from, and I'm proud to say I'm from Franklin, and I like it that way.
Let me help you here.
Thank you.
Summit 37, Overton 6. Summit gets their second region.
Wait a second.
of the year.
You gave me the wrong hat.
Well, maybe I thought it was kind of a combo.
You know, anytime you're playing against another WCS team, it's going to be exciting, and your kids are going to be geeked up about it. They all know each other. They all run the same circle, so I think that kind of adds to it.
Once he got outside, we'll see the one stiff arm right there. Thank you very much. My name's Derrick Henry. How about a second one for you?
I got to say, Coach, that was all Zion Tamaska. He hit the side, and it was not untouched. He had to use the old stiff arm to maintain that outside position. But once he broke the edge, we knew that was going to be sick.
You've got people telling their story. That's what history's all about, is people, it's a narrative.
We're looking at this pilot program, and would it be better to invest this money in that pilot program or just maybe some computer software that could better assist us?
We know that growth is coming to this area with the completion of the interstate exit within the next few months. Like I said, there's not an interchange between Franklin and Nashville that's not fully developed. We're next up.
So what we found out was if we give a student a coach, someone that is helping them navigate their college careers, that retention rate goes from 32% to 74%.
We'll save the best to last, okay? Let's show him he's got the best one in here. That's right. Who give me 25 to go? Now 30. I got 25, now 30, now 35.
Can you imagine if Brentwood or Nolensville were open zone? Cleveland is a city school. They can let people in from out of zone.
I'm in the wrong spot, and I guess the official said something. Coach Coleman looked over and said, "Get back!" And it was me.
Because that guy, he probably said you were going to flag if that guy right there was back up.
Oh, and what in the world? What a play!
His very last time trying to hold on to what he needs. 30 years of farming, 30 years of heartache, 30 years of day to day. My daddy stopped talking the day the farm was auctioned. There was nothing left to say. Yeah, that girl got a plan and she don't need a man. You're begging on your knees while she dangling the key. She's the girl with the bat. What you think of that? Where you going with her? Home with her. You don't want to be stuck alone with the bag. She's so bad. Whoa. She's so bad. She's so bad.
Reagan, are all the white squares there? Good. Are there at least 2 lines of green? Are the people still here? Or is it just you and I right now? Okay, good.
We sold them for $150 to number. I'm sorry? To Mayor Anderson. Mayor Anderson, thank you, thank you.
That's awesome. You're going to like the taste of that, I can tell you that.
Thank you, sir.
But calling it 0 is weird too.
It's better than calling a week.
I've got an idea. This is the first week of the season, and this one's the last one, and everything in between, don't call it any.
There you go. They just need to put us in charge, man. We can fix a lot of this stuff.
Important stuff here.
Mount
special elected official, County Mayor Rogers Anderson. It was, after all, his idea to bring back this wonderful event.
Those veterans who have fought for this country deserve our everlasting thanks for what they've been able to do to preserve America.
Here we go. First back to Dylan. It's 3 in a row.
We did a fact and fiction breakout room. We had to solve clues to open the locks.
We're so excited to give these high school students and middle school students this opportunity to sing in such an event outside of their choral classrooms.
Day Belly Joe McAllister jumped off at Tallahatchie Bridge.
Waste has been very well blessed with some long tenured employees that have a lot of institutional knowledge, and they've shared that with me, and they've helped me a whole lot.
You know, if we're going to go to all this trouble to identify these new boundaries, we want to make them real. We want to make sure that the growth is contained within those boundaries.
I'm curious, they accepted that, where you can have on an easement driveway 2 emergency vehicles coming down and only one can get through if it's only 12.
I don't play video games.
Ever? Not even when you were a kid?
Not really.
Spy Hunter. I bet.
Play a little Space Invaders. A little bit.
Super Fast Miss Pac-Man?
A little Galaga. I mean, I just play it to be social, but I wasn't locked up
Big
in
Doug?
my room. Locked up in my room.
Well, we just came through an election, as you're aware. It was probably the strangest election that I've ever seen. And definitely it was a very polarizing event.
It's been a pleasure to serve y'all and the citizens of this county, but it is time for me to move on. Thank you.
I've done like the honors orchestra since middle school, and so a lot of these are like familiar faces, and you see them, and a lot of times you only see them at these orchestra things. So I have met people from like Franklin or Ravenwood, and I only ever see them at orchestra functions, but it's a treat.
In general, Kermit is a people pleaser who would love to go on adventures with you. I don't know about cats, but in general, an all-around fantastic dog. Can be kind of silly.
Yeah, hunting is it's different for everybody, but don't feel like a failure if you don't catch the biggest bass, or it's limit out on turkeys every year. Just enjoy the experience of getting out in the woods, especially with friends and family.
That's right. But I bet at the Matthews household, and I bet even today, it gets violent out there playing some.
Oh, yeah.
And when I say violent, not all of it's physical. Some of it's verbal and mental. Is this accurate?
It's 100%. It would be called warfare.
We are here today to pay tribute to our community's military service members, both past and present, and to recognize the sacrifices they made to fulfill their obligation of duty and honor to our country.
We are thankful for the USA. Oh, we are thankful, grateful, positively joyful, thankful for the USA. We're marching for our veterans to celebrate their service. We're marching for our veterans to celebrate them all.
recognize the importance of the public facilities and fiscal sustainability. That is the idea that these growth areas should identify areas that could be efficiently served with public services and facilities in a fiscally responsible manner.
I don't know if you've seen our new facility, but we have an amazing facility, and we're very fortunate to be in this community where our community leaders support and believe in supporting the Animal Center.
To be up here today, signing a scholarship, our commitment to play at the Division I level is huge, and we're super proud of you guys.
Quite honestly, in the preseason, we were together 4 days a week, but Tuesdays by far were the best day, just being a teacher and getting that time and hopefully allowing the kids to grow in something, other than basketball.
From the air that I breathe to the earth that bears me on, for the water that refreshes me from the day I was born, for the Almighty who sustains me.
I'd also like to thank this committee and the staff of all jurisdictions for their work over the past 3 years. A lot of time and resources have gone into this process, and we are clearly seeing the importance of planning and why this process must be revisited on a regular basis.
We're not doing a disservice by building schools continuing, even though we might have some shifts in population somewhere. It's not unreasonable, and it's not being a bad steward of your money to build schools where the population is increasing.
Was told to create a business, and we've been creating it. We create a prototype, and we create trifold, and we basically have this elevator pitch.
Well, we get to come here and present the poster boards that we've been working hard on and show everybody what we've been doing.
Because I'm the clown that listened to Anthony Crabtree that Paige could not stop the Southwind offense. So, hey kids, it's your guest picker, Tate Matthews. I think I'm gonna go with what the beach coach says instead of picking the team that's been to Chattanooga 3 years in a row. Congratulations, Mr. Matthews. You're the clown of the week.
From Lipscomb Elementary, welcome to the book fair. This is such a great event for our school. The kids look forward to the decorations in the library and coming with their friends and family to breakfast with your fair.
I'll always say that, I do teach chemistry, but at the end of the day, it's all about the relationships and letting you know letting the kids know that I care about them, believe in them, that they can accomplish hard things, because that's what life's really about, is doing hard things. And very few of them will go on to do chemistry, but all of them will need to learn how to work and believe in themselves.
Yo-Yo is 6 months of age and is very, very friendly. Although as a puppy, he still is a little mouthy, so maybe a family with a very, very young child might not be the best fit. But in general, he gets along great with other dogs. We don't know about cats, but he is a very curious and very adventurous little pup.
Any true hunter observes and does his or her dead level best to hunt within the rules, to fish within the rules. And the rules are there, not only for the hunter or the fisherman's protection, but they're also there for the protection of the very nature and the wildlife that we're out there enjoying.
Paige, 38-7 over the past 3 years. So that's part of the gym. Good. But I thought it was interesting who they lost to. 3 state championships. Okay, Powell, Knoxville West twice, Nolensville, and 3 times to Independence. I'd forgotten it was 3 in a row.
Me too.
A couple meetings back, we discussed the emergency vehicle connection with the adjacent property, correct? And that's that's the future gated connection that would only be accessible through a fire or emergency vehicle personnel.
There's a writers group here at the library. Those of you that are writers or aspiring writers, I meant to tell you all this, but there's a writers group that meets here in this very library. And it's a great group. Got sharp eyes and even sharper pencils. And if you've got something written, they can help you make it better.
I came out and I started flying straight. And I thought, well, it's time to go back to base because my fuel's getting low. And I had no idea where I was after all these maneuvers and so forth. The point I want to make with this is you don't know where you're going until you know where you've been.
We'd like to make you believe that planet Earth slowly. It's hard to say that you'd rather stay awake when you're asleep, 'cause everything is never as it seems.
There's something that they came up with called emerging sports. Basically what that means is this. If you've got 20% of the membership that says, hey, we're committed to playing, then they'll recognize it as an emerging sports category, and then once 25% play it, they'll have a state championship. I think that's a great idea.